Hi guys, good morning. So today's law is law of divine surrender. So let us see what is law of divine surrender. Because people so cherish the self, surrendering is a frightening experience, and the idea of I, the being automatically merges with the higher stage of existence, which is necessarily ready and waiting to accept it. What does this mean is actually people are very much indulged with their self, like me, mine, my object, my friend, my company, my money, my kid, all these things. So they cherish that self so much. Okay, so to surrender that self to the divine becomes like a very very frightening event, because all the control you have to go and give it in the divine's hand. So whatever divine does, you have to accept it without any restraint or any regret. Okay, so when you want to surrender, it becomes a very very frightening event. And when you surrender, automatically you'll come to a detachment stage and you will merge with the higher powers. So that is also still more frightening thing, because you come out of this family life, society life itself. Okay, so that is what is that stated in that divine surrender. Now let us see what is the actual divine surrender meaning in a very very simple way. Okay, a spiritual practice that suggests letting go of control and placing trust in a higher power or the universe to guide events. Okay, so this law of surrender means, we know law of divine oneness, isn't it? So actually, what does law of divine oneness state is, what all deep desires we have in our heart, what are the dream life we have in our heart, everything is from the divine source. So divine source wants to experience that in a physical form and to enjoy that in the physical form. That is why it has given us that deep desires now. So when you surrender to the, when you know this divine truth, you like blindly accept that truth, and you have divine faith in that truth. So in that divine faith, when you have this eternal knowing, eternal knowledge, you go submit yourselves and surrender yourselves to the divine self, divine supreme. So when you submit it, divine supreme itself will make all the things possible for you, not to make that dream and deep desires come true, because the divine source wants to experience it through you. So when the divine source experiences, you also experience it, isn't it? So out of the divine trust, you leave the control, you let go of your ego, and you become ready by mindset to accept whatever the divine gives without any questioning. And you understand all this eternal truth and higher powers, you submit yourselves to the higher power, and this submission is called out of trust without worry, is called law of divine surrender. And you should not at all worry about who, how, when it is going to happen, all these things. So without any worry, you submit and surrender to the divine, and you keep marching forward in your daily life. You keep doing all your routine works, and without waiting for the outcome. Okay, so this is how it proceeds, law of divine surrender out of divine trust.